Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Opera again. I'm here to do a couple more art lessons for you, with you, just because it's fun. Today I am going to paint. I'm going to do some splatter painting, and kids in class have discovered splatter painting, but I'm going to add a second dimension to the splatter paint. So you need a set of paints. This is what I'm using. If you're using the acrylic paints, then mix them in some water because you need the paint to be quite runny for spatter painting. And I've got my water here, and I'm really dipping my brush into there to get lots of water onto my paint. You can see how it's quite runny. So I'm just going to move that. And so kids have been enjoying spatter painting like this. So if you're wearing a nice shirt, take it off, put on a grubby shirt, or cover yourself up with something. Now this is what they were doing for some of their backgrounds, but I told the kids I'd show them something different to do, but we ran out of time. So the cool thing you can do with splatter painting is put it on your paper. You load your paper, but then you fold your paper in half and you squish. And you can kind of see how the paint's getting smeared about. So it's creating a symmetrical painting. Ah, there you go. Looks a little bit like a bug or a butterfly. And I do it usually one paint at a time, especially if my paints aren't really runny, because the paint dries pretty quick. So now I'm going to load my brush with some wet purple. Move that, and I just go tap, tap, tap. Put the paint where I want. I'm going to load again. And sometimes you need quite a bit of water, so the wetter your paint, the easier it is to splatter and make that mess. I do tend to get polka dots all over my face when I do this, but they're easy to wash off. So I've loaded my paper with purple, and then I fold it again. And each time a new creation is made. And I didn't really push the inside edge there too much. It still looks like individual dots. Oh, there we go. So now you're looking at really symmetrical art. And symmetrical means when you divide it in half, it's exactly the same on this side as it is on this side. They're like mirror images of each other. So this dot is here, and it's there. The next dot that is there is over here. And you can carry on into the middle. If you look at this, whatever's on this side is on this side. So that's what symmetry is. Hearts are usually symmetrical if you cut them all at once. How about some orange? So we're going to load up with some orange. Go around the outside a bit more. Bit more orange. And there's just something about splattering paint all over the place that's just very therapeutic and fun. Let's squish it all down. Oh, that's looking pretty. So I think that's the only 3 colors I'm going to use on that one. So I'm going to set it aside to dry. If you remember, if you watched the video that the teachers from Uplands put together, you'd notice that I had 2 signs in my version, and I had splatter painted, and then I turned them into a sign, so you can see my splatter painting from earlier. And then I used a Sharpie to write a sign to you. You are unforgettable. And here's another one I made that says, "You are extraordinary." It's almost symmetrical, but I think I painted with my paintbrush there and didn't flatten it. So we'll do one more together. You can use all sorts of colors. My little paint kit here only has 7 right now, but you can certainly mix the colors on a tray if you like. Let's get my brush wet. I like how they're kind of very Eastery colors. Nice and bright. Festive. Oh, there's some good blue. Again, if you're using acrylics, just they would need to be watered down because they'd be too thick just in the state they are. Or if you don't have any paint, you can use food coloring. Just put some food coloring into a little Tupperware. But remember that the food coloring stains more, so it's a bit harder to get out of your hands and off your clothing. That's why I'm going to fold this way, see what it looks like. Looks any different. Ooh, that's pretty. Even turn it that way is pretty. And you could just leave one color if you wanted. but I'm gonna add another color. What color will it be? I think it might be black. Oops. What does black look like? Ooh, sassy. Black in there, and then fold it and smear it. Ooh, that looks cool. So symmetrical painting using splatter paint. So go ahead and make some. They dry in between, and you can use them for all sorts of things. I'm going to use them for another in a little while with another craft that I'm going to be working on. So splatter painting and symmetrical art. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later, alligators.